Hey, what's up everybody, it's Pablo1713. Hi and welcome in Crusader Kings 3 tutorial. So first of all, I'll try to make it really quick video, but you can also quickly navigate through the whole video using my first comment underneath the YouTube video. It has the timestamp, so you can quickly navigate and find the topic that is very important for you. So thanks to that, you will not waste any time and you can get straight into the subject that you are looking for. Alright, so we're going right into the top corner right in here. Here we have the information window which will help you a lot. So here we have the suggestions, so we can fabricate claim. I'm not gonna do this. We have not endorsed by your priest, but I will talk about it in a few seconds. And here we have option that also we can make a lot of wars. So I'm gonna talk about the wars in the future, but in here you're gonna have plenty of very important tooltips that will help you in your game. So if you're gonna delete this section, you can always reset this, so all the pop-ups will show up except from the blue ones, so you don't have to worry. If you will right mouse click it, will you can also always reset it to get back to all the information that was in here. So this is very important thing because it will show you really interesting options for you, so check this really frequently. Alright, let's go to the right top corner. So in here, of course, we have information about the cash, and the main income from is going, of course, from your cities. So improving the cities can give you more money. So in here, if I'll build the markets, they will give me more tax per month. So this is the main source of your income in here. Of course, raiding cities will also give you money, and also winning sieges will also give you some extra cash. Next we have the prestige, and as you can see we are now established, and this will give us no effect because this is the first step of the prestige. And the next one will give us popular, we're gonna give us better opinion, and also we increase our knights limit. So we are getting prestige from the events that will happen during the game, so your decision may give you additional prestige. Of course, conquering new territories will also give you prestige, and also if you're gonna go to your city, you can change it to get prestige, gather better prestige from those cities. So in here, as you can see, building those gathering halls will give us prestige plus 0.2 per month. If we're gonna, of course, mouse click in here and wait, you will see that house head will give us 0.08, dynasty head, so held counties 0.15, foreign affairs 0.9, and unreformed. So in money as well, we have in here information that we are getting money only from the tribes, and that's it in here. Piety, if we're gonna go in here, we see that we have from the relationships, religion relations, and also from our learning skill. Unfortunately, our learning skill is really low and we have no traits that can help us in here. Then we have Renown, which is of course connected with your family members. So right now, as you can see, we have 2 living members and just 1 count, and it will only give us 0.29 per month. And of course, getting to higher level will give us some additional buffs for our family members. So with soldiers, we already talked about this, and in here domain limits, we know about this already also. So we can control 5 holdings right now. We are controlling 3, so we can conquer 2 more and we'll not have any penalties for doing this. Alright, so let's go through the whole 7 icons that will give you more control over your territory. So first we have in here information about our domain, so we have all the tribes and chiefdoms that we are in the control. So we have information about how much money we have and how much soldiers it is giving us and what's the development speed. So right now it's only 2. And as you can see, we have also empty holdings, so the future places for the cities if we will be able to construct them. And then we have in here option to advance our tribe authority, which will give us more control over it. So getting to the higher level will be able to give us that the titles will be able to, that we can be able to revoke the titles, or for example that our vassals can be retracted. And in here, getting in here will give us also option that characters can be imprisoned by us. So getting to the higher level will also cost us some, as you can see the cost is 238 prestige. We have 600, so we could actually advance to better position, but right now we don't have, we have at the beginning of our game, so we're not gonna waste our prestige points. Then we have the vassals. To have vassals, actually we're gonna need to have higher rank. So right now, if I will go to our chapter, you see I have only 3 titles and they are small titles, so I need to get the duchy title to be able to have any vassal. So I need to conquer, for example, Mazovia, so one more territory of Mazovia to get the title, and thanks to that I'll be able to have vassals. So if you don't have the vassals, first thing is that you need to have the duchy title. After that you'll be able to have vassals. Okay, and then succession, of course, here we have the information who will be playing next if we're gonna die. So Jacek is our son, and we'll be able to control him if we're gonna die. Here we have the succession laws, but at the beginning of your game you cannot change it. This will change how your territories are split between your children. And in here we have gender law, so this defines who can get the rights and laws. If only males or females also can have the succession on your territory and your titles. Of course, it will cost you a lot of money, and right now we have to have, as you can see, crown authority to change this. So you cannot change it at the beginning of your game if you are starting like me without any titles with you. Okay, then we have military window, which is very important. So here we have information how much soldiers we have. So we have 315 levies, and how many champions. Leftmost kicking will give us information about our champions. So in here, as you can see, we have the champions, and we have 3 options to do. We can force someone, we can allow, or we can forbid. So why there are 3 options? So for example, you got someone that is very good. So as you can see, the deciding skill is the prowess skill. So he have 16. So I want to be that he will be first person to lead my armies. I'll make the force, and thanks to that he will be leading my army straight away. So we're gonna try to do this. And for example, if you have here your son, because your son could be your champion and he will be your champion, you can forbid it, because thanks to that you will save him and he will not be able to lose his life during the battles. So right now I'll just press allow, and as you can see we have only 5 champions, and you will have better numbers by, for example, increasing your cities and getting more territories. Alright, so this is our champions. What more, our army can have men-at-arms regiments. So here we can create regiments. So we have 5 regiments, and as we'll click it, you will see that we have information what kind of damage and what kind of bonuses they are giving, and also they counter specific type of other regiments. So right now Konni will be able to counter archers, and what more, we have the information on what terrain effect they have. So we have plain, drylands, and then at hills they are terrible in mountains, desert mountains, and also wetlands. So all of those have the information what are the costs and on which territory they are good at. What more, creating one of men of arms will also cost us maintenance in prestige. So having them will give us prestige maintenance. So we can lose maintenance, we can lose prestige having too much regiments. But in a more specific, I will talk about it in my military tutorial. What else in here? We have the mercenaries, so the troops that we can hire for gold, but of course at the beginning of your game you don't have much money, so you'll be unable to hire them. Clicking on them, you will see that they have specific number of soldiers and also regiments. So they have Zbrojny, how much regiments they have, and also knights, and who is leading the army, and how much good skill he have, and his commander traits. Of course they cost money, and they can only be for 3 years. If you want to extend them, you'll have to pay again 274, so they will stay with you. Alright, and then we have Holy Orders. So they are the soldiers from Slovakian Holy Orders, and they can be recruited only if you will found a Holy Order. So as you can see, you need to hold a kingdom or empire, so this will only be available for you in the late if you have kingdom or empire. and thanks to that he will be able to recruit additional troops. So we're gonna go to council, and right now as you can see we have 6 person and 6 slots in our council. So we have our wife right in here, and she can assist ruler, so thanks to that she will give us +1 to each specific category. And if we're gonna go to our character, we're gonna left mouse click, I'm gonna see that here we have our skills. So if I'm gonna change it to, for example, counter intrigue, we'll see that it will change straight away. So now we have 22 points in here. So as you can see, it is affecting our main character. So thanks to that now I have 25, so domain limit is +5. So if I will not do this, so oh sorry, I will just left mouse click once again. So as you can see, she is actually able to increase our stats. So this is very cool. If you are just missing a few points, for example in stewardship, she can help you to get some better domain limits. Then we have the rest of the people are not affecting our main character, they are affecting how our territories. So first we got the person that the basic skill is learning. So we can change him only once per couple of years, 10 at least I think. So we can now click in here, appoint new person, and we can check who have the highest skill in here. So we have 15, 12, 11, so he's the best skilled person right now. And we can choose 2 options. This one is turn off. So leaving on this option, because you can manage between those 2 options, I'm gonna go back. So leaving on this, he will give us plus 0.85 piety. So as you can see, it is increasing thanks to him. And then also he will have some additional buffs. And because his level is high, he's on excellent, we have only possible side effects which are on green, which are good for us. And in here we have also fabricate claim on enemy country territory. So thanks to that we'll be able to attack someone, for example when Chitsa, and he will work on this. As you can see, it's gonna take 3 years, and thanks to that we'll be able to fabricate the claim and then attack them to claim that territory for us. So I'm gonna leave in here because I want to, yes, I want to make the religion focus at the beginning. So I will leave on piety because this will help me in conquering the territories, because they cost some religion points to conquer some territories. So I'm gonna leave in here, and another important thing that right now he doesn't like us at all. So because his opinion is low, we'll not get any buffs from the church holdings. So as you can see, since our opinion, his opinion about us is below +1, church holdings will not give us any extra taxes and levies. So another thing that you need to make sure that you will have positive opinion, because we need to have the positive opinion. We're gonna check who have the positive opinion. So this guy Carl, he has the positive opinion. He's also our champion, so he can get killed during the battles. But because he had good opinion, he has 12 points, so it's not so bad. And if we're gonna swap, as you can see, we're gonna swap because he's part already of our court right now in here. So if I'm gonna swap, yeah, let's swap. So as you can see, they swap with the, we still have attached in here, so we need to get rid of this guy. So we're gonna check who has better stewardship points. Well, we have someone who is Andrzej. He has 4 points, so I'm gonna assign him. And thanks to that, right in here we have better opinion in here, and we'll not lose the opinion of the holdings right now. In the future, if I'm just gonna change, in the future he will be able to also give us some better change. Our Councillor will be in 1877, and right now we have 1867, so in 10 years. So after 10 years we'll be able to change it to the next one. But right now, as you can see, he is giving me 0.6 piety, and he is in a good relation with me. Right now he's champion. Next we have here diplomacy options, so we got 18, so we can also check if there's anything better. Of course, this is beginning of the game, so there are not a lot of people that are living in your territory, so there's nobody better than him. And in here, as you can see, he had 18, which is excellent. So again, he's only giving us positive effects. So we're gonna change the trust, and we're gonna get better prestige, as you can see, 0.9 per month. And also we can change it right in here to something different, so thanks to that we'll have better vassal opinion and he will have additional side effects. But we're gonna begin with better prestige, so we're gonna leave like this. And then we have our steward. So as you can see, we don't have better people in here. We got Leszek, and Leszek is also good at martial arts. So let me just check if there's anybody better than him. Not really. So okay, so we're gonna live like this. He is not very good. He is actually terrible. He just have 4 points, and this will only give us better plus 2.5% better in taxes. So we have here only 2 options. So thanks to that we'll have better taxes plus 2.5, and in here we can change the development as you can see, but this will also have the negative effects. So we will not do this because he's really terrible right now, and the negative is that we can lose the opinion, lose of control, or we can slow the constructions. So remember that if you got someone that is terrible like him, you will have the possible negative effects. So there's no point to risk this, so better to stay with something positive, so taxes. So then we have our Marshal, and we have Leszek in here, and of course we have here 2 options right now, so he can give us better reinforcement rate, and we have increased military presence everywhere. We can also skill and train our commanders. If we're gonna steal like this, if we're gonna live like this, we'll have some martial skills and we will have better commanders, which will lead us to the better effects of our fights. If you have someone that is excellent, it is good point to go to the second one, because our commanders will gain some commander traits, and also knights will be improved. So I will live like this. I don't need more army because at the beginning is anyway low, and this will help me to improve my knights and also commanders. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the Spymaster. As you can see, we got really poor, 8 points, so we're gonna check if there's anyone that has higher skill. Unfortunately not. We have only 8, and as you can see we can recruit someone, so we got the guest in our court. So again, our Spymaster have 3 options, so choosing first one, she will protect us from the hostile schemes. So this is very important for us, and of course because she's terrible, we have the negative effect that the secret can be revealed from our court. Okay, and then we can change it right in here to support the schemes that we are making, and then at the bottom we have the find secrets, so she can go and find some secrets. For example, if we have somebody in here, we can go and send her, so she will try to learn some secret. Of course it's gonna take some time, so we're gonna leave at the beginning of our game right in here to make sure that she's gonna just protect us. Alright, so this is our court. You're gonna check this frequently to make sure that you have the best people on the best positions. So remember that this is the trade that is demanded for this position. This is the trade that she is giving us. Actually, she is different than everybody else, and he is also different than everybody else. Here, the biggest factor is how good skill he have on this specific position. So we're gonna go to our court, and in here we have information that we have no physician. So we need to search for the new physician. So he's kind of doctor that he will help us if we're gonna get ill, and he will protect us, and he will heal us if we're gonna have any battle wounds or any of our characters that are living in our territory. What else we have here? Invite champions. So we can invite more champions, and they will get in here, but doing this will cost us 150 prestige. But thanks to that we'll be able to have some better fighters for our army. So right now we have 16, and most of those guys are kind of average. So I will try to get some better champions, and thanks to that. But recruiting champions cost us some money. So at the beginning of the game there's no point to do this because you don't have enough money to recruit them. So we're gonna leave like this, and as you can see here we got also information if there's any guests in your court that you can recruit. Right now there's no guests, so there is nobody that want to join me. And in here we have also information about our prisoners. So here we have all the prisoners that will be in our prisons. Next we have Intrigue. So of course here we have information what actions we are doing against some other characters. So of course we have the seduce action, against our wife. So this is something very actually positive that we are doing. What else we have here? Discovered secrets that we have, and in here we have the hostile schemes if we have, of course. And there we have here hooks and secrets that we learned and that we could learn and that we can use to our advantage. Then we have the factions. So if you're gonna control bigger territory, we're gonna have information if there's any faction, small faction, that is trying to revolt, so you can be able to react quickly. And then at the bottom we have the last part where we have the decisions that we can make regarding our lifestyle and our territory. So as you already saw, we can invite champions. This will cost us 150 prestige, and it will take time, and we will be able to have at least 3 able-bodied champions that we could actually recruit. Then we have to go to the pilgrim. So this will cost us a lot of cash, and at the beginning of the game there is no point to do this, so we're not gonna do this anyway right now. And then we can host a fest, but this will cost us some money that we don't have right now. And hosting a fest is very effective because it will reduce our stress. So if you gain the stress level, straight away go and make the fest or call for a hunt, which will also reduce your stress by 33 points. So making 2 of them will give you minus 33. What more, here we're gonna have, and we're gonna gain 100 piety, and also there are gonna be some additional options that you will be able to get some even more money, prestige or piety. Don't forget that you can organize fest only once every 5 years in here. So once you will do it, you will have to wait 5 years until you'll be able to make another hunt or fest. And then we can search for the physician, but we already did this, and the next time we're gonna be able to do this will be in 12 months. And in here at the top you have some decision that you can make, but unfortunately you can make this only by making those requirements in here. So you got all the information about what requirements you're gonna need to make to perform these decisions, and of course it is late game options, so you will not be bothered by this at the beginning of your game. Alright, so we're gonna go to the last topic about the maps in here, because we talk about all those 3 and 4 types, and then we have those houses. Here we have the cultures, we already talked about this. Then we have the fate, so we'll know what kind of fate we have. So we are Slovanska Pravda right now in here. And then there are some additional maps in here hidden. So if you're gonna press the plus, you have the governments. So right now we have the tribal government in here. Different types, as you can see. Here we have the clans. Then we have the development speed. So as you can see, development is only 2. And on the west side, you see here we have 20 development. So really fast development. So we are at the beginning really slow. And then we have the next map, which is terrain, which will be useful for military, but I will talk about it with military tutorial. But right now you can see that here we have the forest, here we have plains, hills and mountains, farmlands in here. So thanks to that you will see what kind of territory you are living in. And then we have the counties. So information about the names of the counties. As you can see, really nice, colorful. Alright, so let's go back to basic view. So this is all that you should do. Here, of course, we have the encyclopedia, so you can check anything that you are doing in the game. And here we have, of course, in-game menu. And here we have the lineage, so we can see who we are right now. We can find the title. So, for example, Poland. So Kingdom of Poland, Duchy of Lesser Poland, and so on and so on. Don't forget that you can also move all those windows that will pop up, so you can also change their position anywhere that you want. And we can also find the character, so we can check if there's any Pablo. We got from Pablo, but we can also trade, so you can search for anything that is in this game in here. Alright, so this is the basic, and of course the last thing, controlling the time. So I am using actually my keyboard, so pressing on the numeric part we have plus and minus. So if I'm gonna press plus, I will increase the speed, minus I will slow down, and pressing spacebar will start the time. So I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna plus to increase. Oh, okay, we have change, and now we can go to our court. As you can see, it's changed right now. So yes, he's now in the, we are in a good relationship with our Carl, and thanks to that we have 0 taxes and 0 levies, so we're gonna need to increase our relationship with him. And yes, I'm gonna press spacebar again. So as you can see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So anything that will happen, wedding celebration, you can pause and then make the decisions. So yeah, I'm gonna gain some extra cash making this decision. Alright, so that's it for the basic tutorial. So now you have the basic understanding, and thanks to that you will be able to make some good decisions. Alright, so that's it for today, boys and girls. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope that you have now much better understanding about this game and how it works. And I hope that we're gonna meet each other next time, because I'm gonna make some more tutorials about the military, raid options, and all other important stuff in Crusader Kings 3. Alright, so that's it for today, boys and girls. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope that you had some fun with me, and I hope that we're gonna meet each other next time. So boys and girls, have a wonderful day, and if you're watching this at night, then good night. See you next time.